What's up, YouTube? Day 5 of fasting. No food. Feeling better than ever. You know, fasting is the fastest way to health. So, yeah, gonna go over what you guys, suggested I talk about and some other things. Well, first of all, I'll just go on with what people suggested to get that out the way. The Illuminati, the people of the light, as they like to be called. The enlightened ones, illumination. They say 13 families, right? Well, it's all astrological. You got 12 kingdoms of the sun, or 12 constellations. So we have 12 months of the year. And again, I said we're cosmic beings. Everybody has their sign, because what's out is in, and you are the constellations. That everything. Everything is everything. So it's all one. And the Illuminati is a massive distraction. That's really all they are. They are massive distraction. They keep people from, people that research and delve into that, they really need to do the astrological standpoint of it. Most of them don't know that part of it. But yeah, really the 13 bloodlines correlate with the 12 kingdoms of the sun and the sun. That's similar to the Jesus story. The sun, Jesus, the sun. And if we go back into that, we go back to Egypt or Kemet, and we see that story is old as dirt, and it's not original. The story of Jesus or Jesus, whatever. Joseph, if you want to go back to the Torah. Either way, whatever. The names have changed. The story hasn't. It's all the same. It's all astrological. And I know people want to refute that, but it is what it is. There might have been guys named Jesus, but that whole story is astrology. And the three kings, that's all astrology. It's 3 stars pointing to the sunrise, the birth of the sun, and all that. It's all astrology. And the same thing goes for the Illuminati. It's just a massive distraction, so people don't find out who they themselves are. And that's really all I got to say about the Illuminati. They want you to be worried about it. They put distractions out there for you. You're being distracted on a constant basis with billboards, with everything, because your reality is everything that surrounds you. Everything you see is a chemical, because everything is a chemical. So when you see that, hear that, anything, it's a chemical. It's being, your senses pick up on it. It's being converted into a chemical for your brain to see it, hear it, smell it, whatever it may be, and that that's going in. You're eating that basically. It's becoming you, because you are what you eat. Everything that goes on you goes in you. And another thing too I wanted to talk about today is clothing and sheets. You really need to examine, what you sleep on and what you put on your body, because like I said, what goes on you goes in you. And research BT cotton. They fed the BT cotton seeds to cattle, and it kills them, cripples them. That's what the cotton, much of the cotton in the world is, being sprayed with. Or it's BT cotton. It's genetically manipulated cotton. So it's really bad. Then they spray it with Roundup that soaks into it. So then you put it on your body and it soaks into you. It leaches into your skin, because you breathe with every single cell. You take in energy from the wind and the sun. Everything, every single cell is constantly. There's no such thing as anything being free either. You have a relationship or a communication with the sun or water or breathing. It's all a give and take, energy transfer. So it's really not free. Nothing is really free. It is what it is. Free is just a term again. To make you to elicit a response. Somebody might say, oh, you print out this free coupon and you get such and such, but you're taking your energy to go search for it, print it out, use your resources to get it. So nothing is free. But I know many people already know that. And the 2012 thing. 2012 is, again, it's all based on astrology. If you look at the Maya and the Olmecs they're the ones that birthed the Maya, and the Olmecs were they were African. They were already in the Americas hundreds of years before Columbus. If you look at the Olmec heads, you can see the Negroid features in the nose and the lips. And you know, people could say that they're part Mongoloid or whatever, but like I said, everyone's black. And even if they were, even if they did come from over the you know, the ice walk or whatever down from Alaska into the Americas and down, they were still black people because the originals were all purple black, regardless of the facial structure, hair, all that. They were all purple black. You know, people don't understand that every feature comes in pretty much every color. Look at the Aborigines; they could be purple black and have straighter hair. You know, it's really like, you know, they got people locked up in stereotypes to divide you and conquer you. And really, it's all part of a game. You know, like I said, like a culture. Look into a culture. Culture is what it is. Like basically bacteria in a petri dish. You know, the words really examine what you're saying. You know, like people or energies are putting people in a position to where they're infighting and, you know, creating cultures and, you know, empires, hierarchies, and all this, you know, and they all feel like, you know, whoever's higher up on the ladder feels like, you know, they're better than, you know, whoever's lower on the ladder. But really, at the end of the day, someone's standing outside of that and saying, you know, look at these fools. I created this game for them to all infight. I robbed them of their energy, and, you know, game again is a blood sacrifice. And, you know, that's why I say sports are distractions. There's so many distractions out there. People need to understand that. Like, you know, all the answers are within. You know, you don't even really have to come to my channel if you cleanse yourself and you know, really get into this nourishment. You know, you don't, because all the answers are within. And really, everything is a crutch. Telephone is a crutch for telepathy. We're psychic people. What one gorilla knows, all gorillas know. Same thing for human beings. What one human being knows, we all know. It's just that we lie to ourselves. We constantly lie to ourselves, and you're gonna, you know, you hurt your own feelings when you lie to yourself. You know, you should forgive yourself. You should love yourself. All that. So, you know, when you lie to yourself, you're gonna just lie to other people, and you're perpetuated. And like I said, there's no such thing as death. Energy transcends. You know, like, yeah, like, you know, like same thing with it being a crutch. Death is a crutch. The term death. Death should be you shedding your old way of life. Your acidic, negative, or not negative, your bad way of life. The way, you know, the way, because everybody knows, you know, what they should be doing. You're only afraid to die when you're not living right. And you set your own bounds. So if you say you can't, you won't. You can't. You say, telepathy, I can't do that. You know, I can't. I don't even really want to get into some of the stuff I know we can do, because people, they're just, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna turn them away from me, because, you know, they feel like they can't. They have limited themselves. So to find this information, I would say check out Dr. Jewel Pookrum, MD, Pookrum. Check out her video on the 7 circuits of the brain for more information about what the brain can do. And yeah, the brain again is something that, you know, we're really underutilizing, and definitely during sleep, we really don't need, you know, 8 hours of sleep, or, you know, really we need like 4 or 5 hours of sleep at tops. If you're sleeping too much, your body is being taxed, and, you know, it's basically so tired it needs to rest to heal. It's that damaged, or, you know, it's that malnourished that you need that much sleep. So when you sleep too, that's a sacred time. So get all electronics out of the room, turn everything off, even those, you know, put your clock under your bed. You know, you don't want any light, because that will rob you. Any light in the room will rob you of the sleep that you would get. You know, some of the energy that you would get. So turn that off, turn your wireless internet off, all that. Get that all out of the room, out of the house. You know, turn everything off that you can. Maybe leave the, you know, I'm saying leave the fridge on or whatever, but, you know, turn off all the electronics that are unnecessary, because that all interferes with brain activity during sleep, and you'd be surprised what they can send on a wave of energy. What can be sent through your phone on a wave of energy? You sleep on your phone, stuff, or near your phone, things like that. Like, you know, it's really robbing you of, you know, some vital information from the self, because really it's a true self and a false self. That's conditioned behavior. False self is all conditioned, learned behavior, and the true self is what you need to be listening to. And if you stop listening to it, you know, you might never get the answers ever again if you just completely quit on that. So, you know, unbound yourself. That's really all I want to say on my 5th day of fasting. And all you parrot people out there who, you know, just regurgitate what they have been told and conditioned to believe, just do it. If you know you're that healthy, then you could always just revert back, right? Just do it. Just do what I'm saying. Try it so you know for yourself. If you don't ever do it, then you're speaking from an ignorant standpoint. So, and just being a parrot. So just do it yourself. Learn the right way, and knowing. You stop learning from an armchair position. Do some field research for once, and go to a virgin forest. Don't. A lot of forests are man-made or man-propagated because a lot of Europe destroyed a lot of the forests worldwide. Pacific Islands, much of Easter Island, much of the forests have been destroyed. The further you get away from the equator and lush rainforest. So people need to take that in consideration. They're in these artificial propagated forests, and they say, well, this grows here. Yeah, well, I mean, it was a propagated forest. They destroyed a lot of it for lumber and ships. During the Britannian Empire, which has just changed form. Again, it didn't die. The Roman Empire turned into the Britannian Empire, which turned into the American Empire. There's always been a world government. I don't understand what people think. It's kind of wild. But if you stop giving into distractions and unbound yourself, you'll really be successful. And that's really all I got to say on my 5th day of fasting, man. Just hit me up. Let me know if you got anything else that you want me to touch on. And hope everybody's having a good Sunday. People need to really look into the what the months mean, the days, what they all mean. It's all astrological, because we're cosmic beings again. So yeah, have a good day, everybody. And Durian, I'll be there in 10 days, man. See you in person. I ain't trying to talk over no computer. Only leg up that you think you have is that you're just gonna spew regurgitated info. That's all, and you got people that they are from that same school of thought, so they're going to be like hook, line, and sinker. You got them, but you already had those dummies. So I'm about unlocking minds, not about binding anybody. Unbound everybody. All my information is free. Everything is free that I give out. I don't need that. I don't need that. So I don't need to tax people. I'm trying to unbound people. So hit me up.